Ali, congratulations. He came back at you, Junxu. He is such a talented player, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. His safety was unbelievable all day. The amount of thin clips he made, and he just looked like he was willing to stand there all day to try and win. And I was thinking all sorts of things were going in my head. Don't go 5-all. You might get called off. Be back again tonight, and all these things. And I should have won, 6-3 really, or even 6-2. I think when I missed on 40 odd. Just switched to red really, rolling it in, but there's so much pressure out there for us, the seeds in the first round, the ranking points and everything like that, and obviously this is not an environment I'm particularly used to. I've probably been to the Crucible the last sort of 17 out of 18 years, so I've really got to get my head around it and make sure I get through this week.
It's hard for people outside the sport to understand just how pressurised it is, isn't it? Because you're a two-time finalist, you've had a 147 at the Crucible, you're a proven ranking event winner, but it still means so much. And when you arrive here, you're still 2 matches away.
Yeah. I mean, I never slept last night particularly because I was so, I want it so bad and almost too much, if you know what I mean. And even after being a pro 20 odd years, I still want it more now than I think I want it more now than what I ever did. Maybe. It's because I'm really sort of trying hard on my preparation back home. But yeah, this first match is just horrible. It really is. And, the pressure out there is, it's only what you've put on yourself, I suppose. But it's just, just glad to get through.
And other sports have iconic venues and events that professional sportsmen and women want to be a part of. Why do you think the Crucible is held in such regard? It almost has a mystique for snooker players. Why is it?
I think it's because of the stories over the years. You've seen, Alex Higgins win it, and then Steve Davis win it. Then the Hendry years beating White, and the story there. Then the class of '92, Williams, Higgins, and Ronnie. They've had their all their successful years there, and there's a whole load of history and a load of a story. The Dennis Taylor final, it's just a long fairy tale. And as a player, when you watch it on the telly, you live it. Even if you're not playing yourself, you can feel, what the players are going through when they're faced with a big shot, a big clearance, when they miss, a pressure ball or whatever. And it's the place where everyone wants to be, and it's the last tournament of the season. So that creates, no one wants to not be at the Crucible, and certainly no one wants to lose their first round, because no matter what season you've had, good, bad or ugly, if you lose your first round, then, that's all that sticks in your mind.
And how much hungrier are you for it this year, having missed out last year?
Yeah, very. I mean, last year, in all honesty, I didn't have my head round it. The lockdown sort of, kicked in March time, didn't it? And the world's, we were sort of hanging around. When was the World Championships going to be played? It was on, was it off? We had all that lovely weather. I didn't want to be practicing, and then, coming here, and it was strict COVID rules, as it is now, obviously, but at least the country is starting to open up again, thank goodness. And it was just very weird after being a pro for 20 odd years and being part of the Crucible to come here, couldn't bring a guest, no one watching, no atmosphere. It was like a big punch in the face, and I didn't know where I was really. I certainly didn't want to be here. I don't particularly want to be here this week, but I know I've got a job to do if I want to get through to the Crucible, so that's what I've got in mind.
Very best of luck on Judgment Day.
Cheers.